recording. Hey YouTube, this is pretty much going to be part of my intro to my channel. This is going to be for all the newcomers that just subscribed, you just found my channel. I so appreciate everybody that's taking the time to actually push the subscribe button and ring that bell. I appreciate it to the utmost. But I really want to just tell people what my channel is about so that y'all have no surprises. For the most part, a lot of times, you know, I have kind of foul language, but I'm working on that. The new year is coming in to where I'm going to truly do my hardest to kick cussing. And also, too, I just want to say this, too. A lot of guys is coming on my channel. And, you know, I don't mind compliments if it's from a place of innocence. But I have to completely stress and continue to stress that I am not looking for any type of sexual advancements. I'm not looking for no boyfriend. I'm not looking for no man. I'm purely on here just to inspire any and everybody that just need a little push or you need to hear a little encouragement. That's what my channel is based off of, but I do include trucking into it as well. But my main intent behind my channel is just to touch people, to help people to realize that they can do something they never thought they could do. But obviously my main goal that I'm doing is trucking, so trucking comes out more than most of the inspirational videos because I do that day in and day out. That is the career set that I'm doing. So guys, I understand that y'all might say that I'm sexy, or you might say, you know, you're so beautiful, this and that. And I truly appreciate it. I'm not taking it for granted, and I'm not trying to be bougie or anything of that nature. I just wanted to be pure innocence behind the statement said, because I'm not on here for no sexual advancements at all. And if you're married, please don't be trying to come at me, because I don't need to try to get into it with nobody's wife because they think that I'm being inappropriate for their man and this and that. I am a woman of morals to where I respect all folks as long as I'm getting respect. And I definitely don't want no married man. So I have to make this part of my intro because there's so many guys that are attempting to try to do things that to me is inappropriate. So let me run it down. I'm not looking for a boyfriend. Please show respect as far as the advances that a lot of guys are doing. And sometimes I still cuss, but for the most part, I believe a lot of the foul language is going to cut down, because when I set my mind to do something, that's exactly what eventually I will achieve. I might not get it right offhand, but by me being such a hard worker to work towards my goals, I always get what I want. And I do want to stop cussing. So I'm working on that. So please bear with me. For everybody that's been true fans and followers, I truly appreciate it. And I'm finally at my 31. Well, dang near 31. I'm almost at 31,000. I'm at 30,900. So let's start doing more subscribes and ring the bell so that I can get, you know, get to hopefully 40,000 one day. Who knows? I'm trying. So, all right, guys, I love you all. And that's another thing too. This channel is truly based on just trying to promote love, trying to promote positivity. You know, if you just need to hear a good word or even somebody to talk to, because I always talk to people through my emails when I get a chance. I talk to people through Facebook Messenger. I talk to people even through my Instagram. My Instagram, you can find me at Keeping It 100 Truck, and you can look me up that way. My Facebook is Pinky Dabney. You can look me up that way. And I believe you can look me up on Twitter and Pinky Dabney as well. And I also have a LinkedIn, and that's Pinky Dabney as well. So I hope you enjoyed my channel. And I talk about anything. So one day I might be talking about how you use an enema. Next day I might be talking about shitting on my truck. That's how, excuse my language, I let one out, I'm sorry. But that's just how random my channel is. So be prepared for that to all you new subscribers and even the loyal subscribers. So I thank you everybody so much. And just as much as you guys are loyal to me, you know, I'm loyal to you guys. That's why I try to put so much work into my channel, because the loyalty and commitment is there as well. So virtual hugs. Virtual hugs, everybody. You know, I love you guys. I would say virtual kiss, but I'm telling you, some of these guys are getting really crazy. So welcome to Keeping It 100 Experiences, and please enjoy. Enjoy. Hey, Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that clip of me and my son acting out parts. And the reason why I made that skit was because it's going to pertain to the title, you know, do not judge your parents. And I had put the video in slow motion, so you couldn't really hear what the skit was. But it was basically me telling him to clean up his mess. And he looked at me and was like, why I gotta clean my mess up? You don't do it, Mom. So, of course, as the parent, majority parents, especially old school parents, gonna slap the hell out their kid because you don't talk back to me, little boy. You don't know why I'm telling you to do this. So, like I said, this video is gonna be titled, Don't Judge Your Parents. So, a lot of the times, you know, we as kids, whether you still a kid or you used to be a kid, we tend to look at our parents and don't understand why they do the things they do to us, whether it's something whereas, stop doing that. You don't need to be doing this because of X, Y, Z. And then most kids would be like, man, I know she ain't trying to tell me not to do that. She do that all the time. And a lot of times the parents would say, well, don't be like me, be better than me. So my thing is, you know, as kids, learn to get to know why your mom or your dad is telling you to do these things. A lot of the times, and most normally of the times, if a parent is telling you to do something, it's for your own good. It's not because they wasting their breath. They telling you this because they love you. And even if they did do it or is doing it, they don't want you to follow in their same footsteps. And a lot of times, you know, especially if you one of them older folks where you grown up now and you still hold some resentment, you can still have this judgmental feel about your parents or what they didn't do for you, how they could have been better parents. But then my thing is a lot of people never took the time to get to know who mom really is, or they never took the time to have a conversation to get to know who dad really is. Why was dad a sorry father? Why wasn't he around? Was there a culprit to why he either didn't know how to be a father, or is there a culprit to why he just didn't know how to be a man? Because a lot of times, just like me, just like you, just like your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, everybody has a testimony, but a lot of people are not going to talk about it. So a lot of times, you know, people are who they are because of what they've been through. They are who they are because of the lack of what they've been through or don't know. So, you know, some kids don't want to take the time to sit down and get to know who mommy really is. Because I can guarantee you a lot of people probably don't even know, like, personality-wise or person-wise, who their mother really is. Or they have no clue who they probably don't even know their mama's birth date. They probably don't even know what their mother liked. They probably don't even know all the jobs she had. They probably don't even know if she was a college graduate. These are the type of things that most kids never take the time to get to know about mama because they so busy worrying about themselves. So, you know, a lot of times you have to really learn to try to appreciate your parents no matter how bad it is or how good it is. Now, I can't speak for every situation, so I've realized that every topic I talk about can be subjective. When I say subjective, meaning that it can be different for every situation, but I'm really speaking in a general sense. When I say in a general sense, I'm speaking as for the majority and maybe not the minority, because there's always a percentage of certain situations that might fit this situation and that situation. But when I'm talking about things, I'm speaking in general, not to say that this is 100% for everybody's situation, but it does help to get to know your parents, especially if you've grown up now. If you've grown up now, you should really be having a bond with your mother or father, especially if they're still living. Like, you should be calling them up every so often or every other day or at least every week. Like, what's up, Mom? You know, I was checking on you. How you doing? How your day been? You know, you okay? Anything you want to talk about? You would be surprised at how much parents don't mind to talk about who they are to their kids. Because a lot of us parents, we want our kids to know who we are because we want them to understand why we might do some of the things we do. Like I know me, like me per se, I am so straightforward with my kids that it's not even funny. That's why my kids sometimes might come off as a little bit mature, because I try to teach them about life. I don't like to sugarcoat things because, I mean, when they grow up in life, how are they going to know how to be grown men or grown women, and all I did was try to make them in la la land. So I'm trying to prepare my children for life, because if their friends get a hold of them, or if life get a hold of them, they not going to sugarcoat it. So what best place to get the truth from other than the real sources, which is their mom. So I know when my oldest son was young, I said, okay, son, you want to get to know my story, what I've been through, this and that. No, I ain't ready to know. That's what I'm saying. Some kids just don't want to know. And that not knowing can make you assume a certain thing about your parents, and it's not right. That's why you have to really sit down and take the time to truly get to know your parents as a person. Because a lot of times kids put so much responsibility, especially on mom. They put so much responsibility on mom, like mom is supposed to be perfect, or mom is not supposed to be human. But as a mom, we have human emotions too. We got things that we lack. We got things that we're not perfect in. We have our fleshly needs that we deal with. So we're not this like a machine to where we don't feel. The same thing that maybe the kids want, we want to do, we want it too. Like, we want to have fun. We want to be able to date if you're single. You want to be able to enjoy life and do things the way you got the me time. You don't always want to be work, kids, this, that, and everything else. But a lot of kids think that it's easy to be a parent. And even as parents, we don't even know how to be parents, especially when you had your first child. When you have your first child, and sometimes your second child, it's trial and error. By the time you get that third and fourth child, and maybe more on, you become more seasoned, and you become more just experienced at being a parent. But it's always ups and downs when it comes to kid and parent. Because especially when the kid gets to teenage stage, and sometimes in their 20s, sometimes kids don't catch on until they get in their 30s, and sometimes 40s if you still got your parents. So, get to know your parents while you still got them. Because there's so many people that don't have a mom because they either passed away or terminally ill. There's so many people that don't have a father, whether because the father just won't be there, or he passed away. You judge your parents so much of what they didn't do, what they could have did. My parent didn't love me. My parent always judged me. My parent talked so foul down to me. But why? What is their situation? Have they been through something with their parents? Did they even have parents? Were they abused as kids? Were they molested as kids? What is the reason why mom is the mom that she is? Find out. And sometimes, this situation that I'm about to name, it is very hard to forgive and even to accept that situation. If you're a kid, or let's say, you're a grown person, and you're that grown person that maybe was molested by their parents, or you were really, really physically abused and neglected by your parents. Now, this video, I'm not sure to say that it can apply to you, because that's some serious trauma that is on another topic of its own. And I believe I'm going to try to touch base on part of that topic, but that's a really sensitive topic that I've been trying to convince myself to do the video. So I'm kind of debating, should I or should I not? So for the normal situations, maybe, well, I didn't have the latest sneakers, or I didn't have the latest clothes, so I'm mad that I had to grow up in the hood, or Ma, you was too strict. You never let me go out when I wanted to, and you always kept me in the house and this and that. Or you was always so strict that you always beat me all the time. A regular beating, not, abusive beating. You always beat me all the time, this and that. Why? For most of my generation, we come up on butt whoopings. That's just what it is. We come up on that. But a lot of times at the time, we didn't agree with it because, of course, it hurt. Nobody likes pain. Nobody wants to get their butt scorned. But if you really look at it, a lot of people that come from them backgrounds, they are the best person they could ever be today because they had that structure. They had that person to stay on them about doing right. So, but sometimes some grown-up people don't get over that, and they still hold this resentment to where they judge their mother or they judge their father for trying to just do the best they could do as parents. So, you know, stop judging them, because you know what? This is going to end this video. A lot of the times you judge your parents for whatever that they done, but then you grow up doing the same thing you didn't like that your parents did. So what does that say about you? Everybody has to grow up and have kids one day, right? So the same crap that you talking about your mama didn't do, or the same crap you talking about your daddy didn't do, I hope you want to do the same, like to be better than what they were when you have your set of kids. Because the same way you done gave your parents grief, judgment, and disrespect, now these new kids you got, and you don't do, like, you start doing the same crap that you said your mom and dad did to you, now you gonna have your kid judging you. So are you ready to reap what you sow, because you can't forgive or get to know the reasons why, or get to know your parents? Are you ready to get your karma back from your set of kids? And even if it ain't your set of kids, you can get it back in another form, whether it's from your niece, your nephew, your sisters, your brothers, your girlfriend. So out of all people that you should love and try to get to know and try to understand, it definitely should be your mother and your father, because at the end of the day, you know, everybody has their last day. Nobody lives forever, and parents do eventually die. Now, you take it for granted because they're here, but trust and believe, when they're gone, that's a hurtful feeling of, I wish I could have did this different, or I wish I could have said this to him, or I wish I could have said sorry. But once they go down on that ground, or once they get cremated, you know, once their last breath leave their body, it's too late. So before you go holding on to resentment or holding on to judgments of what mama didn't do, what daddy could have did better, find out why first and get an understanding, because you'd be surprised at, if you just find out why, that can be your closure. That can be your closure to whatever it is that you held on to for so long, because you actually told your mother how you felt, or you actually told your daddy how you felt. And the only thing they can either do is listen to what you said and understand what you said, or they can just not agree with it. But at least you got it off your chest to where you know you did everything you could as a child to try to mend it or understand it, to where you no longer holding this resentment or this judgment. So, you know, a key to solving a problem is to first realize that it is a problem. So until you can realize that it's a problem, you'll never actually get to the bottom root of why something is. So like I said, take the time to talk to mama, take the time to talk to daddy. Just take the time, even if you can spend some physical time, that's the best thing to do. But sometimes some situations don't allow that, because depending on how bad the turmoil was between you and your mother or you and your father, sometimes it can't be mended. But at least you know you said what you had to say. Because a lot of times, a lot of stress we hold is because we hold stuff in and we don't get off our chest of what's really bothering us towards people. But when it comes to your mom and dad, you should be able to just get it off your chest. Now, granted, sometimes that don't always work, because everybody's parents are not the friendliest parents. Like, if you really grew up in that strict home to where mama always whipped your tail and daddy was hard to where he always whipped your tail, you ain't never too old to still get your tail whipped. So maybe it is good to kind of say it on the phone. Or if you can't say it on the phone, this is new age technology. Send a text. You text every feeling you ever felt, and you be surprised how mama and daddy read that. And they might not respond, or they might respond, but at least you know you got it off your chest. And you be surprised how much closure that'll give you. You be surprised. I'm telling you, be surprised. So, all right, guys. I think I might make a part 2. Because I'm kind of making this off the top of my head, and I really don't think I covered it all the way. I always say this because I know it's more to the topic than I gave. But I'm about to go to sleep and get ready to pick up my load tomorrow. So I love you guys. And if I don't get a chance to say Happy New Year's to you, Happy New Year's, y'all. I think I said it in a couple other videos. So I hope y'all enjoyed the new intro video that I made. And I hope y'all enjoyed the little skit that me and my son put together. He acted that out pretty good. So I didn't really hit my son, y'all. Don't call DSS on me. I ain't really hit my son. It was just a play. It was just a play. So Time is the essence, everybody. Let's love each other, not judge each other, because I never judge y'all. And please don't judge your parents. Get to know why they are the way they are. You'd be surprised how that can give you closure that you've been looking for so many years. So, all right, y'all. Deuces. I need to do my nails, Lord. These things is jacked. All right, y'all. Deuces.